8:34 with kids home from school for the holidays. Many parents get frustrated about how to deal with their children's behavior in positive ways. Here to help us is Michael Brandwein, host of the TV series Parenting Puzzle. He recently spoke at the LEAD organization, which helps people learn better parenting skills. Good morning, Michael.
Morning. Good morning.
Thank you for joining us this morning.
We're going to talk about kids. I love that. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. Well, this first tip, you say that the kids do listen to us, they just don't believe us. So the first tip is about credibility.
Exactly, because so much of what we say doesn't make much sense, so there really isn't much reason for them to listen to us in the first place. I remember when we brought our firstborn son David home from the hospital, I sang to him, because I think you're supposed to do that. It's some federal regulation, and I started singing, "Rock-a-bye baby in the treetop." It took about 3 weeks before I realized we have a baby in the top of a tree. Yeah. And then when the wind blows, and we did this on a windy day. So not a good safety message. Yeah. Exactly. So I started to think more closely about what I was repeating just because my parents said it and my parents' parents, and that made me listen more to myself, and that boosted credibility right away.
So, but you talk about just being consistent and really addressing the behavior when it happens. So often we just kind of let things slide.
The first part of credibility is making sure that you don't talk to your children, but that you talk to yourself. In other words, you say to yourself, what am I serious about and why am I serious about it? If children are watching a video or they're trying to decide which one to watch, and one of them says, I apologize for the language, but one of them says, well, you're stupid or you're a baby because of their choice. That's a put down, and no one in our family is allowed to speak to each other with disrespect. If our children know that we take that seriously, then we won't respond to it every, say, 2 out of 3 or 4 out of 5 times. 2 out of 5 odds are pretty good for a kid, and they'll realize we're not that serious about it. When we're serious about their behavior because of what we've said to ourselves, then our children take it more seriously, and they can tell whether we feel that way about it.
Talk about choosing your words carefully and what not to say to kids.
Yes. Well, I've learned as a teacher of people who works with kids, it's good to clear off the table the things that don't work before you put on it what does. So there's some things that often you will hear parents say. One of them will be, I like when they say, I mean it this time.
Yeah. We have a list of some of the common ones we've all heard.
Oh, great. All right. Okay. Well, which ones did you pick?
How many times do I have to tell you?
Yeah. Right. I mean it this time. Well, that means the 4 prior times you didn't mean it at all.
No credibility.
So that doesn't work. Closely aligned with that is I've had enough. So what does that mean? I've met your quota?
Yeah.
Or when they say, how many times do I have to tell you? What if the child came up with a number? What if they said 4? I mean, what would you do? Say, darn, I always stop at 3. If I only went 1 more.
So it's a solution then.
Yeah.
That's tip number 3.
Yeah. Oh, well, the solution is to look at all of this in terms of teaching. In other words, when a child messes up, they whine, or they put someone down, or they shove, or they push. That's a behavioral mistake. What would a teacher do if you were adding 2 and 2 and you got 53? They wouldn't say, why are you adding this way? What they would do is they would say, here's how you got to this mistake. This is the right thing to do. Let me show you how, and we'll practice this. And that's how we would handle it. Here, let me show you really quick. Yeah. Aaron, do me a favor. Just take this and tear it in half. There's no wrong way to do it. Well, you did it wrong. Do it again.
Moron. What's the matter with you?
That's name calling, and that's not allowed.
Yeah.
If you don't like the way that she did that,
See?
he's testing me. If you don't like the way that she did that, say, I don't like it.
I don't like that.
Okay, good.
Aaron,
Thank you,
idiot.
Paul.
Would you do it again, please? No, that's still wrong.
What's the matter with you?
If I still, if I keep telling you that there's something the matter with you, it doesn't teach you how to tear the card correctly. I need to teach you to crease it first, and I need to teach you to put your thumbs and fingers close together. That's what's going to actually teach you.
All right. It's great advice. For more information, go to michaelbrandwein.com. You can check out leadweb.org to learn more about parenting skills. Very insightful. Michael, thanks for coming in this morning. I really appreciate it. Some good advice there. Paul, have you a better man now?
I've got to put all my kids up for adoption now is what I'm quickly realizing they deserve better. Here's what's going on with the weather.